In this video, I almost fall to the river, to the Cuale river, and I want to show you the neighborhood of Buenos Aires, very close to the Paso Ancho. This is the Cuale river. I want to show you this nice river and if it's worth it to live here in Buenos Aires neighborhood. Join me in this bike trip all around through the Malecon and the island of the Cuale river, and you will see a little bit more about these neighborhoods. And this area is very like a lot of people don't know about this area, and even you can rent in here Airbnbs or properties for rent. But is it really worth it? And we're gonna talk about the dengue fever that it's happening here in Puerto Vallarta and Bahía de Banderas. Join me in this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel called Tours Excursion Vallarta. And don't forget to activate all notifications to get all the news here in Puerto Vallarta and Bahía de Banderas. For those who don't know about this area, this is an extension of the Malecon. The Malecon ends in Los Arcos of the Malecon, and then if you keep going, you can find this extension. This extension connect with the Zona Romantica or Las Altas, as the locals we know that the Zona Romantica. And there is this bridge. It's not new, but it's recently bridge here. It's like I don't know, maybe 10 years old, this bridge, but it's kind of new. Okay, and this connect the Malecon with the Zona Romantica, and we have here one side the ocean, the beach, and another side the Cuale River, the island. Why? Because in the middle, this is there is this part of the island. So we're gonna take this detour through the island of the Cuale River, La Isla del Río Cuale in Spanish, and we're gonna check this area. First, I'm gonna tell you about this area, that this is very beautiful area, and you can find all the aircraft here in this area. Right now, it's too early. I think it's too early, but some places are just open, but they are cleaning all this area. So if you want to pass through this area very early in the morning, maybe some stores could be closed, okay, or they just open it. It's around 8:45 a.m. in the morning, almost 9 a.m. I think the best schedule for do this tour or to explore, I think, is around 10 a.m. in the morning. But remember, this video is on September during the rainy season, so could be so hot and humid to do that. I will do that in the I did that in the bike, because it was early, it was cloudy, but not anymore. As you can see, it's too sunny. But it was cloudy. September and October is part of the rainy season, and you always find this kind of weather. Okay, so like I told you, there is some store that just open, and they are cleaning, they are brushing the street, and this is nice to keep very clean this area. This is very nice area. This is on the way to go to the neighborhood Buenos Aires. Okay, and you will find a lot of aircraft or souvenirs here. The little municipal free market on the left. You can go over there. There's another videos that I show you where to eat over there, so you can watch those videos on my YouTube channel. But the interest here, if you don't know about this place, is about these little cats, abandoned cats here in this area. There is a lot of abandoned cat here in the island of the Cuale River. You will see more and more. Why? Because we have rains in the morning, very early in the morning. We have rains all the morning, part of the nights, and in the morning. So this is what's happened here. I saw a little one. It was too wet because the rains, and you will see more and more. If you continue walking, you will see more. Here, like I was not like to decide where to go, but I saw these people here with their pets hanging around, and I just decide to take this route because I think it's nice that you know that if you have pets here in Puerto Vallarta, you can bring your pets here and have a nice time with your pets here. It's pet friendly, obviously, it's for everyone, even for me that I have a bike. Because some people think that the bikes are not allowed, but it is allowed. I think we must to find a balance between pedestrians, bikers, and of course, in the streets, of course, the cars. But it's very, very pleasant to walk around here. I highly recommend here, and if you can bring some food for these little cats, it would be amazing. Okay, and there is a little restaurant here. There is an Indian little restaurant here. There is another restaurants over there, but I think it's too early for this like a restaurant bar. It's too early. Here during the high season, here is open for like workshops, like for painting or do something like that. And this is one of my favorite parts to pass through the this little bridge with my bike. It's so exciting. It's so exciting to do that. But I don't do these the trip on the bike like in other schedule. Why? Because there is a lot of people, and I think for respect to the pedestrians, I think it's not a good idea to do it on the bike and in another schedule. This right now is very early in the morning, so there is a few people hanging around, so I can do that. And here, this is street, you can see in this street, you will find there is Airbnbs here for rent. We still on the Emiliano Zapata neighborhood or part of the. This is not the Zona Romantica, but this is the same neighborhood, Emiliano Zapata, or the old Colonia or neighborhood Agraria. But it's so nice. There is some steps to go to the river. My recommendation right now: be careful if you're going to stay here close to the river, or if you want to go down to check it out, the river or the water, because it's the rainy season, and you will see that there is a lot of water coming down, so it could be very dangerous. So be aware of that if you want to going down to check the river. Okay. And if you're wondering what is the name of this street, the name of this street in Spanish is Riviera del Río. And yes, you can find Airbnbs here. I just saw a lot of signs of they say en renta or on sale. There is on rent. That it's if you walking around, you can find here the phone number or the exactly address. So even if you're here, you can ask, you can call, and you can ask for a pass to check it out, the property. So it is worth it to rent here if you're wondering. I don't know. Maybe for this season, I don't know. But for the high season, maybe could be a good idea. But in the last season, well, in other seasons, this building in on the left, I think the name is Riviera Cuale, almost collapsed because it was too much water coming down from the Cuale River from the mountains, so almost collapsed. Part of the basement or the base of the building was like with no on the ground with nothing, just like almost flying one part of this condo. So be aware of that during the rainy season. You can see the true colors of the city. That's why I recommend highly when the people wants to retire in Puerto Vallarta, that visit Puerto Vallarta during the rainy season and see if really you enjoy the city in that weather. Why? Because this could show you the problems that you can have during these 3 months of rainy season, which is our August, September, and October. And remember, we have sometimes hurricanes in October, and this is how looks this part of the neighborhood when there is rains here in Puerto Vallarta. Of course, it looks so green, the river with a lot of water, nothing dangerous. But look the sidewalk, look the street. If you have problems for walk, if you need a wheelchair, if you need some assistance, could be a challenge. Could be a challenge to live in Puerto Vallarta. It's not for everyone, but you must do a very wisely decision to stay here. The river right now looks so great. Like it's like you. Like, I want to take a shower over there, to jump and enjoy the river, but could be dangerous. Right now it's okay. There is no coming down so much water from the mountains, so could be nice. But be aware of that situation, okay? So right now I'm still like in the side of the river, um, and look how is damage of this sidewalk is because sometimes the river growing or yes grow up so much. There is so much water that affect the sidewalk, okay, in the little restaurants and in all this the infrastructure that we have here, sometimes with the rains affect so much. But like for a ride in the bike is amazing. You will see this tree here, and like for me it's so nice to do that. But here is the area where I almost fall, and some part is like it's like a almost collapse. This area you can see is almost collapsing this area, and ahead is where is you see how all the damage here because the river. But here is where all almost fall because I said I can pass, it's not problem. And whoa, like I don't know, it's too wet and could be collapsed this area and I could fall. Thank God it was not so wet, and it's still like hard this area, but I had to choose to just take down from the bike and keep going like walking. Okay, this is the interesting. This we are entering on the Buenos Aires neighborhood. This street is brand new. Years ago, the original street collapsed, and we scratched a little bit more on the mountain, and the authorities made this street. This is new. As you can see, this is new. The old one collapsed with the rains. It was so many water that collapsed, and the neighborhood Buenos Aires, La Colonia Buenos Aires, has no communication with Puerto Vallarta for several days. So be aware of that if you're gonna choose this neighborhood. So I just said thumbs up because I did this little hill. It was so heavy, but this bike is amazing. I love it. It served me well for like 3 years, and it's working all the chains. So, but talking about the coming back to the this neighborhood, it's neighborhood that when I arrived here in Puerto Vallarta almost 30 years ago, it was so dangerous to visit this area. Was not so popular. Was like I don't know, the limits of the city. Was not very safe to stay here. If you're going to stay here, it's for something urgent. But if you don't need to stay here in on those times, you don't came here. Like, what do you want here? And there was a lot of bad guys here, like, with a lot of tattoos, looks like very tough guys, and like bands and something like that here in Puerto Vallarta. But right now, it's not a neighborhood that I like it to go outside in the night. Like, for coming back from Puerto Vallarta, I don't like it to walking around in the night. I don't recommend here. I just came here, even for me as a local, only during the day. I don't need to come here to visit nobody here, so I just don't come back. Don't, but it's still safe. But I don't recommend to go outside in the night. But in general, Puerto Vallarta is pretty safe. All the areas are pretty safe. But why to just call the problems? Okay, just don't. And these neighborhoods, I don't think right now in the rainy season to worth it to live here, because like I told you, during the heavy rains, sometimes the river comes down with a lot of water, and some parts collapse, some bridges collapse. So I'm arriving right now where I want to show you this part of the river here, where I just stop and watch the nature, the river. It's amazing. Let me show you a little bit what I'm talking about. I almost arrived here, and well, this is the area. I just did it. It was like I did in total like 12 kilometers from my house to this area. It was amazing ride on my bike, and this is what you get. This is a nice view. This is a nice area, very very fresh. The cones about to live here, it's so fresh here. Believe me, it's amazing, and it's nice to stay here. But why are not so fun to live here is because you can see the stagnant water along the street or along the river, and this is like good for get more mosquitoes, and mosquitoes, has the dengue fever, and we have more and more cases here in Puerto Vallarta and Valle de Banderas, number one in the area of dengue fever. So here in this water, you will see a little bit more of mosquitoes around there. This could be dangerous. I use mosquitoes repellent or insect repellent, but nevertheless, the water is nice and is some part of clean. I even use the water to wash my face because it's so fresh and nice. But it's true, there is a lot of mosquitoes here, so you must to make sure that if you rent a property here in Airbnb that has a mosquito nets, or use a lot of mosquito repellent here or insect. And there is a lot of bugs here in this area. Plus the river, the bad water, and yeah, this is like not recommended. But it's cheap. It's cheap. Obviously, the price says everything. But this is the area. This is Buenos Aires. Ahead is Paso Ancho, another big neighborhood that maybe in another opportunity I want to show you. Now I'm coming back on my bike, going up on the hill. It was so it's not so heavy for me anymore because I'm used to these roads. Not so often, but I love it because it's a good exercise. And now when I'm coming back to my house, all the way through the Cuale Island and through the Malecon, and even from this street is going down, so it's very very easy. Okay, so what do you think about this neighborhood? Are you thinking on relocate here in Puerto Vallarta? Are you thinking about the dengue fever here in the area? Are you thinking about the bad weather during this season? Do you know about this situation here in Puerto Vallarta? Now that you know a little bit more of Puerto Vallarta in this situation, you are still considering live here or retire here in Puerto Vallarta? Let me know your thought in the video comments. And let me know if you need a trip for relocation, because I have this relocation tour that I show you these neighborhoods and more that you must to know here in Puerto Vallarta. Okay, and if you are on vacation and you want some trip, I don't know, to try local eateries, more Mexican food, authentic, or if you want something very touristy like go to Las Animas or visit Sayulita Magical Town, let me know. Go to my website puertovallartatrip.com and email me. Okay, that's all for now, my friends. Thank you very much for watching this video, and see you in the next adventure. Bye bye.